How should the BBC attract younger viewers? Realize we're not. In an interview with Radio Times this week, the BBC's impressive and rather inspiring director of content Charlotte Moore discusses her job in charge of pretty much everything we see on BBC TV. She chats about the question of how to cater to the apparently ever-adapting tastes and demands of the young comes up time and again, as if we are some mercurial species so easily given to dissatisfaction that we require constant innovation in order to keep our attention. We are not. Just like everyone else, we want it easy to find, at a time that suits us, and in abundance. Just like everyone, I am perplexed that keeping us happy seems such a Sisyphean task, when the BBC is squarely the broadcaster that produces the highest quality television principally intended for the young viewer, even if it does often hide it away, initially at least, on BBC Three. Now that they're huge, few remember their initial intended audience, which is frustrating. TV made for the now it's mum, because we want our hearts ripped out in a funny way, back to life, because of its calm mystery, and what we do in the shadows because, well, vampires. The capacity to laugh or be in thrall is not limited to one's age. A month ago, everybody I know was talking about Line of Duty, because it was a thrill and everybody likes to be involved in the buzz. Now it's mum, Charlie Cooper and Daisy May Cooper write and star in BBC Three mockumentary This Country. Photo BBC. If young people are looking for something different on TV, it is representation storytelling that reflects modern Britain, from and about people of all backgrounds, which explores issues around race, class, gender, sexuality, religion, and poverty with nuance and intelligence. Watch Killing Eve Series 2 trailer. Grazia. The BBC, again, seems the broadcaster most committed to this, with a slate of interesting documentaries and producing rising comedy stars. But it squirrels them away on iPlayer without promotion or much look-in on linear TV, so they inevitably feel less important, or as if they exist only to tick diversity boxes. This is where the BBC, which does so much right, lets down the young by not having faith in the content it makes and too often forgetting that so many enduring classics such as Pulling or Torchwood or Gavin and Stacey returning for a Christmas special this year were first made with us in mind. The young are not a niche, we are the future and the future license payers. MSN UK are empowering happiness for Mental Health Awareness Month. Find out more.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up in the park.